Here we have for sale this 2019 on a 19-plate Ford Transit Custom. This is the 280 model, meaning it's got a 2.8 ton gross vehicle weight. This one's got the 2-litre EcoBlue diesel Euro 6 engine producing 130 PS. This one is the L1 short wheelbase limited panel van, finished in the fantastic metallic silver, accompanied with the 6-speed manual gearbox. And what we're going to do in this video is have a little walk around. I'll show you the spec that you get on a Ford Transit Custom Limited of this age. We'll also talk you through in detail the condition of this particular vehicle, point out any marks, dents, defects, anything like that which I can see on it. We are very, very fussy, so we will pick out anything that we can see. We'll also talk you through the bits which have clearly been added to this vehicle to make it not quite standard, and also things like the service history as well. So starting here then at the rear of the vehicle, we can see that this one is spec'd with rear barn doors. So barn doors are 2 doors which open like so. On a limited you get a number of elements which come color coded. That includes the door handles all round, the bumpers, so the rear bumper, the front bumper, the mirrors, and bits of trim like these down the side of the vehicle here. All of that comes color coded in the body color, which in this case, as I say, is a nice metallic silver. Really does set the vehicle off very, very nicely compared to some of the more basic models. In terms of bits which have been added then, we can start here with the rear spoiler. So a nice aggressive looking rear spoiler, but that ties in really well with the rest of the sporty styling which is on the van. So we've got the black roof bars, the black side bars. There's a fantastic set of 18-inch caliber T-Sport gloss black alloy wheels, which we'll talk you through in a bit more detail a little bit later on in the video, but that all ties in really nicely and just sets the van off so well. Let's have a look at the condition then of the rear doors, see if there's anything which I can point out here at the back of the van. And it must be said, all looking very, very clean and tidy. A couple of tiny little chips that you can just see here above my finger, just gives you a gauge of size there. Just a couple of tiny little chips which have been neatly touched in. Otherwise, rear doors looking very nice, and a couple of marks here low down on the bumper. So if we look here by my finger again, just a couple dotted around here. Again, we will touch these in the body color just so that it doesn't catch the eye, but certainly worth mentioning those. Of course, it's very common to see little marks like this on the rear bumper because it's such a high volume area of items being loaded in and out of the back when in use. Rear parking sensors and front parking sensors come as standard on the limited model. If we open up the rear doors then, you've got these little yellow arms. You can pull on that, and that allows you to open the door right out to its full 180 degree position, and you can do exactly the same with the other door as well. And if we look in the back then, we can see that this one has got brand new ply lining inside. So you can see the sides of the vehicle, the rear doors, all got brand new ply lining. We do this on the vast majority of panel vans that come into stock. Those of you that watch these videos regularly will know that, and it does a fantastic job, of course, of protecting the van from any outward dents. So if you're going to be loading cargo in the back of here, as you're going around a corner, it's not going to swing into the side of your van and cause a nasty outward dent. You can see this one has got, of course, the factory fitted bulkhead. You can remove those, they are just bolted in around the outside, and you've got the nice load through hatch there as well if you want to load longer items underneath the passenger seats. Having a look at the floor then, the Limited does come with this nice hard wearing plastic floor, which is just fantastic because it allows you to sweep it out very, very easily, and it also lips up the side as well so bits don't go down the side of your floor. I think it's a really nice feature from Ford, that. And we've got plenty of tie down points dotted around the inside of the van there as well to tie any cargo down. If we keep moving around then, the outside of the van, we'll have a look here down the driver's side. We've got this beautiful light here today, so it really does, it's a nice light to show you the reflections and things in the side of the van. As you can see, it's looking very, very straight and clean, it must be said. Of course, this is where I like to look in the reflections just to show you if there's any dents or ripples or signs of a previous repair. But that's looking really nice and clean down the side of the van. Is that a little blemish there? No, that's not. I think that's a bit of polish residue, if anything. Altogether, down the driver's side looking very nice. The usual bits here on the very edge of the trim. Tiny little marks there where that little bit of plastic trim has maybe opened into something, but that is super common. You see that on almost everything. But otherwise, looking very, very nice. If we open up the driver's door then, we can start to have a look inside here, looking for any, again, looking at the spec, but also having a look for any having a look at the condition as well while we're at it. Having a look here at the driver's door card, that's looking in very good condition, it must be said. Electric windows, electric folding mirrors, and that's how those operate there, just by pulling on this dial back towards you like so. Having a look at the driver's seat, you can see there if there's any wear or anything to the driver's seat, maybe a tiny bit of wear. It's not holed or anything like that, but certainly maybe worth mentioning. And just a little bit of wear to the plastic just there, as I say, where someone's been sliding in and out, a little bit of wear to the plastic. Doesn't take away from the functionality of the seat in any way. You've got height adjustability here and adjustability of the front of the seat for that to go up and down as well. But as I say, certainly worth mentioning. Have a look at the step, lovely condition of the step. This is the correct placement of the toolkit behind this little door just here. Having a look at the floor, no issues there with the floor. And we've got the nice driver's armrest, which is on a ratchet, so you can set that to your desired height. Looking at the steering wheel, we've got the leather multifunctioning steering wheel, which is again in very good condition, little to no wear on that. On the left hand side we've got your cruise control settings just there, so you've got and your volume for the radio underneath that. And on the right hand side then we've got your onboard computer controls, and underneath that you can answer and hang up the phone. Looking at the mileage then, 60,297 miles, and we have got service history, so stick around for when we go on to the other side to show you that. USB port and a 12 volt socket just there. 6-speed manual gearbox to go along that 130 PS diesel engine, which is very economical on the motorway, I find. If we fold this down, little hidden cup holder just there, which is very nice. Plenty of room there for a big bottle if needs be. In the centre then we've got air conditioning, heated wing mirrors, heated seats and a heated windscreen just there. So air conditioning, heated wing mirrors, heated seats and heated windscreen. All of that comes completely as standard on the Limited. USB point and a 12 volt socket. If we look into the center then, the light is directly in here, so hopefully you can see this okay. But we've got the Sync 3 screen, which gives you Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. As you can see up there, DAB, so you've got DAB radio on here, and you can also connect your phone to this via Bluetooth as well. But the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto makes a big difference as the driver. And I mentioned about these alloy wheels, one of our favorite sets of Transit custom alloy wheels, so 18-inch Caliber T-Sport. These are load rated, but actually way more than load rated. These are a very strong wheel. We've never had one of these come back with a crack or a buckle or anything like that. They're a super strong wheel. The 18-inch as well offers you a little bit more practicality, so you've got a bit more of a sidewall there, a 45 profile on the sidewall, and I think they just set the van off very nicely. I think it suits the van very well. Moving then around to the front of the vehicle, of course the usual Limited headlights with that lovely LED daytime running light around the outside. As always with us, the lovely Ford Trail grille, which just sets the front of the van off so well. We also got front fog lights, front parking sensors, and of course the front splitter low down there as well. And I can see a couple of marks just here, just above my finger. Again, just a couple of little marks which have been touched in. The usual stone chips which we see in this sort of area on both sides. You always see it down there. Must be the way the wind catches it or something, I'm not sure, but you always see them in this sort of area here. And just a couple of other ones dotted around there. Little hairline mark just here, if you can see that above my finger there. Now I have a feeling that may improve actually, so we will certainly have another look at that. That may improve with a bit of paint correction, and just again usual stone chips that are dotted around here on the bonnet, as you'd expect with 60,000 miles. All in all, I think a very presentable van. I think it looks absolutely stunning with the body styling. Now we do have service history with the vehicle, which I'll show you in just a second. We've got that in the cab, but looking here down the driver's side, the passenger side, looking very nice. Little chip just there, I think. Actually, no, that is going to come off, whatever that is, so ignore that. But down the passenger side, looking very smart. A couple of little marks just here around the entrance of the side loading door. If I open that, we can have a look inside there. Looks very nice indeed. If we open up the passenger door, having a look at the passenger door card, the glove box, dashboard from this angle, no issues there. As I mentioned, we have got service history, so these are due every 2 years or every 25,000 miles, but you can see here there's services at 21 at 17,000 miles, 22 at 49, and then we have just fully serviced it as well during our preparation, which is always nice to see, all stamped in the service book. They don't actually do the service books on the newer ones, but I do like to see a nice stamped service book. Crucially, during the service, we actually changed the brake discs and pads all around. So if you look in there, brand new brake discs, and on the back as well, all round, so you won't have to worry about those for quite some time to come. Having a look at the passenger seats then, lovely condition here. You can flip these up and have a look underneath there as well, all in really nice order. Fold down little work tray, a couple of cup holders, and store some paperwork in there as well. It's nice to show you the bulkhead from this angle. Having a look there, hopefully the camera will focus correctly, and if I open that up, you've got the extra load length there as well. So just to summarize then, this is a 2019 on a 19 plate Ford Transit Custom. It's the 280 model, so 2.8 ton gross vehicle weight, 2 litre EcoBlue diesel Euro 6 engine producing 130 PS, roughly 130 brake horsepower, 6-speed manual gearbox, short wheelbase, limited, finished in the fantastic metallic silver, the panel van of course, not a double cab. All the usual limited trimmings, including air conditioning, cruise control, heated seats, heated windscreen, so on and so forth, front and rear parking sensors. Limiteds come with a brilliant spec from factory, plus then all the additional extras then which have been added, including the lovely 18-inch alloy wheels, sidebars, roof bars, rear spoiler, front grille, front splitter, brand new ply lining in the back, full service with new discs and pads all around. So a very, very attractive proposition. This van is advertised, or will be advertised, at a very competitive price as well. I'm sure this will not be with us for very long. If you would like to see the full advert, if you haven't seen it already, please head over to our website, bridgeendvans.co.uk. That's where you'll find the photography, the price, and the description of the vehicle, plus, of course, all of the others that we've currently got advertised. We'll welcome inquiries on either of the numbers listed there at the bottom left-hand side of the sign as well. Of course, there's a number of ways you can get in contact via the website. We can take cars or vans in part exchange. We can arrange delivery nationwide, so by all means get in contact for a quote on either of those options, part exchange, delivery, and we can also arrange finance at very competitive rates, of course, subject to your acceptance as well. Thank you very much for watching.